Welcome to this week's episode of Ginger Bros Dent Show. We're your hosts, Brandon Schmitz and Andy Patrick. We are fresh off MTE 2022, excited about our guest tonight. None other than the first time MTE Tag Team Entertainment Award. The Golden Girls themselves, Mr. Jeff McMann and Tad Jablonski. Join us as we get to know them a little bit better and see how everybody liked MTE this year. I know we had a blast, so let's go. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
First off, I'm going to say, hey, bear with us. We talked so much at MTE that we're just now getting our voices back.
We talked for about 72 hours straight, no break. It
was. So we got, look,
James
Bernard is the very first one today.
Corey must be at the gym or something. Look at your last comment. You got Biggs. Biggs is getting you a little payback for driving down the road.
I can't
waving
see
at him. Hold on, I'll put it up. There you go.
There you go. I could have done it. Look, Biggs, I almost did it to you the second time, heading back home. But, your
Josh,
wife.
what's up, brother? Josh, you were trying so hard to get that first, and James Bernard beat you this time. It wasn't even Corey. So, Tim Green, what's up, Mr. Green? What's up, Facebook user?
All right, Facebook user. Hey, I even sent it out early today. Y'all go click that link to give StreamYard permission to see your name, or we're going to make fun of you the whole time. So
we got Mr. Dragos and Mr. Bernard. What's up, guys? We got Kevin Bird on here.
Hi, Gingers. Yep. It's Corey Nichols, man. You late today, brother.
Yeah.
Taking too many selfies in the gym. That's what it is.
Josh said I froze his iPhone. He said he couldn't get to the comment in time.
Look, Jeremy Nadeau, he did what I asked him to do earlier, and he went on and he went ahead and gave permission. So look at that. You only got to do it once. That's it.
He's been a Facebook user forever, and you're good to go now, buddy. Got my boy Jackie Bucknell on here. What's up, brother?
So anyway, I don't know. It's the internet feels like it's spotty. I got bad weather down here, but who knows?
What's up, Toby? Toby, this is first time I believe Toby's tuned in. He's a Dent Wizard guy out of North Carolina. We go way back. Mr. White.
I see my wife on here.
I'm about to say your lovely wifey.
Oh, Lord. Ginger bro.
I ain't even I'm not attempting to sing anything right now.
I'll start to sing. I started doing that earlier. She was out there trying to film something for me. She's like, I'm so sick of that song. I was like, I love it.
I can only imagine.
Oh, man.
Hey,
we're back from Mobile Tech Expo 2022, and let me say it was huge, the biggest show they've had, and my first MTE, but from what I've heard, it's their biggest show they've ever had attendance wise. So it was over 3,800 attendees, so that's pretty awesome.
I gotta say, I'm blown away with how many people. We could see, when we're on doing the live show, we can see how many people's watching and stuff, and I'm always happy with it, but how many people came up to us and was like, we love the show. It's awesome. Wow, blown away. It was almost.
I know it. And even when we did a short podcast there live, we didn't have it planned to have anybody on, but so many people were walking by and we're just pulling them up. They wanted to come up there.
Come here.
Yeah. we probably could have sat there for an hour and pulled tons of people, but
easily.
We only did it for about 30 minutes, so it was awesome.
I gotta give a shout out to this guy, Mr. Chamberlain. He came up with a couple of movie posters for our Bert and Ernie, and they are I literally was scrolling and seeing I was tagged, and I started dying laughing. I was like, "Oh my god!" So if you go look on either of our pages, if you go look on either of our pages and look at them, they're hilarious. Good job, Justin.
So if you ever imagine Bert and Ernie as a horror film / Bad Boys, that's what it is. 1 and 2, so pretty awesome. What's up, Eric?
Got Randy with his dad joke.
Lord.
Did he call you last night with that crap?
He did.
I was like, that's such a dad joke, dude.
And I knew something was coming, and I let Mandy listen to it too, and he got us. So
yeah, let's see. Recognize person of the year, Mr. Chris White. We love that guy. I'm proud of him. Much deserved. You're
not,
right, Biggs.
You said Chris Howe.
Chris Howe. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Well, let's speaking of that, we need to get our guys on here. We got some guys in the back room that we're excited to have on. I actually flew home with one of them, and I looked over. I was like, "Hey, you want to be on the show?" He's like, "Absolutely." So these are two great guys. We text them about every day. We're in a group text with them. They're hilarious. So
two great guys. Glad I got to meet them in person and hang out with them a lot. But they so for those that don't know, so the last MTE, they started a tag team Dent Olympics, and everybody was dressing up, and doing this cool stuff, but they didn't do any kind of entertainment award. So this time they decided to do the entertainment award, and this was the very first tag team that came out, and I was dying laughing. I still think we should have won, but
I got you. I'm gonna totally sell them on the fact that I was the one that got to announce them. I think that's what put them over the edge to let them win. I think that's where that 1 point came from.
I think it was.
They crushed. So they did great.
Yeah, these two, they're both Dent Wizard techs, great techs, great family guys.
One of them is not anymore.
Oh, one's not anymore. Sorry,
Tad is a.
We'll find that out in just a minute.
Yeah, right.
But they came out as the Golden Girls, Blanche and Dorothy, and then they had the other two, with them and sat in the back of the truck the whole time they were repairing their. So let's get them on. It's Jeff McMann and Tad Jablonski, guys. What's up, fellas?
What's up, guys?
What's up? How are you?
How y'all doing?
Doing fantastic. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Wonderful. Another reason we like you guys is because y'all have the same hairdo as us. So
yeah,
maintenance is very easy.
I got a fresh cut today too. Fresh cut.
You say that, but mine is kind of grown out. I'm like, I need to maintenance it, and I haven't done that yet. I'm that same guy. Lets the yard get a little tall before I mow it. You know what I mean? So the same goes with the head.
Then it turns into Velcro on your hat.
Oh, it's bad. I had a red hoodie on at one point this weekend at the PDR 20 group meeting. Took it off, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it looks like you killed that hoodie." Like it was just a big red ball. It's like, oops.
Oh Lord, that's like when I took the hair off my head. I was all yellow everywhere. Took the big unibrow off. It still had black fuzz everywhere, like I actually had hair. I was like,
The unibrow was awesome, by the way.
Oh, you guys were awesome.
we had a lot of help.
A good time.
Yeah. So
yeah, shout out to our help. That took a lot of work between Tanya, Chrissy, and John Yeager. They stepped it up and got us done quick too, because we only had we went up about an hour before and got it done. So.
Yeah. John got smart and got a rag and started smeared it all on the back of our head.
There you go.
And all
there
that.
You go.
And it turned
you
out
guys have
really
very
good.
Minimal makeup. Where I think Tad, you had a little
lipstick on. That was. I tried to get Jeff to get it too, but he told me he drew the line at the lipstick. It's like I don't know.
Women's blouse is okay. Earrings all right.
But
even
you
Tad
went. Though.
I know, that's what I was about to say. The Mandels. I love it. Awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, it
was such a great time though.
Oh, definitely. That's my third MTE and by far my favorite. Like it was just awesome all the time. I'm exhausted. I think I'm still trying to recuperate from it, but it was a blast.
I think there's a lot of people trying to recuperate from it. Yeah, it was definitely a good time.
It was.
Biggs asked we stayed in the tubs in the hotel. I thought it was going to. Like when I started taking a shower, it's just all orange.
and even the rag at the end, it was like yellow and it rinsed right out. I was like, we ain't got to pay for a rag.
Yeah. Really?
Thank God my wife was smart.
It was all water
based. Yeah.
Now, see, it would have been better if they were trying to play a little prank on you and decided it was not water based.
Oh, that'd been bad. Could you imagine, Jeff? Could you imagine sitting beside me on the airplane on the way home and it was still hurting? TSA kind of questioned me. I'm like, man,
you just say you're Trump.
Right.
You're a Trump fan. You're just all orange. Yeah,
it's
Brandon,
huge.
You have to say you're Homer Simpson.
It's huge.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Luckily, Brandon got to drive home.
Next year. There you go.
There's so many possibilities. You keep thinking of more and more as you go through it.
Yeah, we've already started on our next year's costumes. Like we've already been.
Well, that's what we were talking about. The four of us doing Ghostbusters. That'd be awesome if it was a team of four. But Yeah, we can't do that though.
What did y'all think of that?
Even
Like, I mean,
before
which,
there's. Go ahead.
like those dents. I was even going to talk about the dents, like technical wise. That's some gnarly damage to be basically 30 minutes a piece working on. Like, it's insane.
They're definitely no joke.
You got to be efficient. With us doing it before 2 years ago, me and Tad knowing each other, it was a little bit of an advantage for sure. But yeah, they're no joke, and you got to be at it. Even this year, at one point, we were like, "Oh, we're good. Next thing you know, there's 5 minutes left, and you're like, which one do we work on now?"
I think we lost 25 minutes just out of the blue. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, it does fly by. It's like, holy shit, we're already done. What happened?
Yeah. It's like me.
I was like, Brandon, if you don't fix your dent, just go for it, dude. Like, I'm done.
I'm like grinding away, and I'm like, I'm serious about it. I'm like, time. And he's like, he'd run up there, and my phone's right there. All you had to do was touch it because I had a timer on it. And he runs up to the front looking at the timer up there. He was more involved with the crowd and everything. And I'm like, I'm sweating my butt off. I'm trying to get the
I did warn you that I was
a blast, That's what made that whole thing fun, though, for me anyway. Just interacting with everybody and just trying to have a good time with it,
Exactly. And I told Brandon, I warned him, I was like, I'm there for entertainment purposes only. I'm a hype man.
Yep. Granted, we wanted to win, but at the same time, man, it was just fun.
Well, speaking of that, I mean, we got Jeremy Nadeau on here, and they got second place, right?
They got third.
Third. Okay. So, I mean, they're placing third. Yeah. He's even saying that clock runs fast. So
really fast.
It really does. Yeah. Congratulations to those guys, by the way. We had John and
Bryce Kelly.
Yeah. Bryce Kelly was first place. Who was second place? Corey and I think it was Corey Kleinfeld and I can't remember it all.
I wasn't familiar with the name.
Oh yeah, it was Corey and I can't remember who.
The guy that won first at the Las Vegas dent trials. I can't think of his name. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm horrible with names. If you didn't figure it out this weekend, then you should know by now. Like, I'm sucking.
Well, at least I know. At least I know we didn't get dead last because thanks to TC Martindale for cracking paint.
Man, I was standing behind him when that tool slipped, and I just went, ooh, like he was all full force into it and just slipped and put a pretty good split in it. Like, man, this shit happens every day, like.
It happens to everyone. It's just a bad time for it to happen
in front of everybody.
There's no hiding it at that point,
right?
Yep.
Well, let's go ahead and get in a little bit about your guys' backstory. Either one, one of y'all want to start and kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got in PDR and like that.
Yeah, I've been with Dent Wizard for 14 years. Hired in the Pittsburgh market originally. I was there for 12 years. One of my closest friends, Jesse Lice, got me hired. He's been a tech now for, 15 or 16 years at least. Moved to Nashville 2 years ago. Love the industry. This was my third MTE. Second time competing. It's amazing. It really is. Just the interconnecting with people. I mean, Kevin Bird, if you know him, he knows everybody. I've been introduced to you guys. It's just been awesome. And everyone is great. Yeah, that's, is there anything else?
I don't think so. What you was talking about Kevin Bird and, moving down here in Nashville, he's the one that actually got us kind of linked up or whatever. He's like, hey, you need all of Jeff McMann. Dude's hilarious. Dude's awesome. So I reached out to you and, we started talking. And I'm glad. Thank you to Kevin Bird for making that happen because I consider you a really good friend now. You came down to help me with the toy drive, and you're a great dude and glad we got that connection now.
Absolutely, man. I really appreciate that. And the same goes for you, helping out the toy drive is great. I know my daughter loved it too. Getting to meet Santa Claus and just really everybody, we definitely miss friends and family from being at home in Pennsylvania. But being down in Nashville and Tennessee it's been a great transition. I can't say enough about the people even helping out. I know even David White, he spoke very highly of you guys and it's just been awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we are glad you are here.
It's a great group of guys that Kevin's got.
It really is
right here.
Yeah,
I've really enjoyed that. So anyway,
damn,
Ted,
I'm in so many group texts right now because of Kevin. I'm like, holy shit, like my phone won't stop.
Productivity definitely slows down throughout the day because you're constantly checking your texts.
Right.
But it's all good. It's all good. It makes it fun for the day,
That's it.
Yep.
And then as far as I go, I was with Dent Wizard for almost 21 years. God, it was, back in 2000, 2001, I got hired out of the Ohio market. Well, kind of out of Ohio and PA market for a while. And then just this past year, I decided to kind of part ways and go on my own and kind of chase after the retail aspect of it. No hard feelings towards Dent Wizard at all. They treated me really well over all those years, or else I wouldn't have been there that long,
Right.
But it was time. It was time to spend more time with my family. And that was kind of the best way for me to be able to do so. But yeah, that's kind of about all of my fun backstory. Kind of been in the same area, same route, same deal, So nothing crazy exciting on that aspect of it.
So what's the name of your company right now?
It's Mosquito Lake Dent Repair.
You got your shirt up there. Throw the logo up there for us.
Which way I got to turn? There we go.
Yeah, it's reversed.
Shake it, Blanche.
Shake it, Blanche.
Look like I'm twitching trying to show it.
So that's the Louisiana state bird. You know that, right? Mosquito.
That makes
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. I would believe that. Luckily, ours were just little ones.
Tad Ryan said he needs a shirt.
Okay.
I love that shirt. I saw it at MTE. I just didn't know that was you. I just thought you had one.
John Yeager said we all need to get together, and I fully agree. We need to kind of.
No doubt.
And we were talking to Kemp Baumgartner's in Jackson, Tennessee, and then we're all kind of trying to find an equal place in the middle to kind of meet and have lunch one day or something. I think more than once a year is better to meet up with everybody and have a little fun and stuff. So, and Tad, I want to point out, like, I like what you said about Dent Wizard. Like, you appreciate what they did. A lot of guys leave Dent Wizard and crap on them and everything. And I'm kind of like you. I mean, we wouldn't be here without them, right? So
right. I got nothing bad to say about them at all. My managers were awesome. I had a great team around me, helping me and working with me. And I had nothing bad to say about them at all.
Exactly.
It was just a thing for personal reasons, getting some time with the family,
Exactly. Yeah, I love it. So how did you two become friends, you and Jeff, you and Tad? Because you guys are tight. Like I'm pretty sure y'all was inseparable at MTE. So.
I mean, really, so Tad's market was the area that I grew up in. So he knew a lot of people that I grew up with that ended up working at these car dealerships. Right. And there was definitely certain times that he needed a hand and I was free. So I would go up and help him out. And he knew that I'd gone to MTE, 4 years ago now? And I was going to go 2 years ago. And he's like, I'm going to go. He was nominated to do the Dent Olympic Dent through Dent Wizard. And he's like, hey, what about this tag team? You want to do this tag team? It's like, I mean, if you're asking me to do a tag team, I mean, I'll be your partner. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
And then started hey, what do you think about dressing up? Which,
I mean, if you're going to go, you got to go.
I was that guy
at
one
motto.
point. I was kind of that guy in high school. I would dress, kind of, I don't want to say ridiculous, but, you don't care as much.
Right.
So then he's like, I want to be wrestlers. And I'm like, all right. And if you don't know, you need to go back and look at what happened in 2020? 2020, yeah. You need to see what Tad ended up competing in 2020, and you'll understand.
For the lack of what I was competing in.
Yeah, especially towards the end. What started as Macho Man ended up as a Slim Jim.
Somebody put it best this weekend. It was like, looked over, was like, is that a turkey gizzard?
Look, I was in the bed of the truck at one point. I kept bending over the rail, and my shirt, just like the tassels on it were kept falling in my face that time. So I had to rip the shirt off, so there I am in my Speedo and boots, and my boss looks at me and he's like, is Tad naked in the back of that truck? Like,
I've heard several stories on that.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
It was definitely it was a good time.
This time it was like, so even for this competition, it was all right. Like, we definitely want to one up it. I'm going to try to beat what we did last time.
two
we
down
settled
it.
on the Golden Girls. And yeah. Oh man, it was great.
So
like you said,
what made y'all think of the Golden Girls?
We were kicking around a few different ideas, and we weren't really sure. And then it kind of worked out well with all the relevance of everything right now. Unfortunately, the reason of why the relevance was, but you know, it sounded like something fun. And we had the idea, well, we need all four of them, you know. So then I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, all right, Julie, you got to get online. We got to order these blow up dolls, you know, to get the other two. She's like, I'm not ordering these blow up dolls, you know. Like, well, you kind of have to complete it, you know. We can't walk in just the two of us, you know.
It's funny you made her order
blow up dolls and extra clothes, and I'm in a women's shoe store trying to buy shoes, and you know it's a little awkward, you know.
Well, speaking not these days. It's
TSA.
Hey, listen. I mean, the stories from getting once we were dressed at the show back to the hotel room. I mean, everyone we ran into, you know, there was people in the hallway that were like busting their neck, looking like, "What the."
Yeah.
We rode up in the elevator.
What? You never saw something like this before?
We rode up in the elevator with two guys off the golf course, and they're like, "What the?" So we get up in the right in front of our room, trying to get in the room. You can't find our room key. Cat opens his suitcase.
Clothes everywhere. You know, we didn't know what the heck was going on.
So these ladies walk past us and they see the blow up dolls and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" It was, I can only imagine even what the room service thought whenever they come in and they're like, "Women."
Right.
Couple weirdos.
TSA would have had a blast looking through my bag. There was a little bit of everything creepy in there.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
That's
like when we get. Go ahead.
One of the girls at my body shop, her dad owns the body shop. She runs the front desk. Huge Golden Girl fan. So I could not wait to show her the picture of you guys. She was like, "Oh my God, that's awesome." I was like, "Yeah, I know you love that shit." And you're probably one of the judges.
You got to show her the video that's on Instagram through MTE.
Okay.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, there's a real nice video of us walking out, and Blanche has a nice little swagger to her.
Swagger.
Speaking of that, Nadu said, "Thank you for being a friend." So
thanks, man.
That was a cootie behind me.
now see Justin Chamberlain said, "I can give you some tips and some walking in heels." I don't know what he's talking about. I've never done that.
So me and Andy got all painted up. You know, we had to get dressed in his room up there and all that. So I'm like, so do we like put a towel over our head and walk and try to come in like y'all did on the backside? Finally, we were like, screw it. We're leaving the room right now.
Full send.
The looks that we got.
Oh, it's awesome.
And then walking across the courtyard and then coming in, and I'm calling Kevin. I'm like, "Hey, my book bag is underneath the table behind the truck right there, and it's got koozies all in it. Meet us at the entrance." And then he's like, "Is that where y'all want to come in?" I'm like, "Yep, we're coming in the front entrance." So it worked out great.
That's awesome.
Oh, it
did. Like Evan said, epic. When I saw Andy standing up on the scaffolding, I was like, I was pretty confident when Tad's like, the Golden Girls, we get the wow factor. Yeah. And I seen y'all, and I was like, epic.
We had
done, guys.
We had the crowd into it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And
I think you guys tugged on the heartstrings with Betty White just passing away. You're like,
I think you just underestimated the sex appeal of the Golden Girls, man.
That's exactly what it was.
Blanche, you hussy.
Dude, I'll tell you what, we were in that back room. We were trying to get changed to come out. So we're in this back, where all the employees are and stuff. And there's people walking by. Jeff's trying to tie a string around my bra to hold it together. These people are walking by. What the hell are these people doing, So we're cracking up back there. So we call Kevin Bird and we're like, we're about ready, And he goes, "Okay, I'll come back." He goes, "Once you hear the music, come out." So then he shuts the door. Well, when he shut the door, he locked us out there, So we're pounding on the door trying to get back out. He's like, "You got 2 minutes." And we're like, "We can't get out."
Goodness.
No, it's funny. And I go, he was asking who wanted to be guest announcers and stuff. And I was like, "I'll do it as long as I got Jeff and Tad. They're my boys. Let me handle that." And then you guys ended up being the first one. So I'm the first one announced. I was like, I don't even know what to say. Like, here we go.
Right.
Jeff, you told me, he's like, just make sure you say thank you. They want to know. They want you guys to know thank you for being a friend. I was like, I got that.
Yeah, I'm glad they finally got Lee to just do all the announcing.
He killed it. He was awesome with it. Yeah. I did not like it one bit. I did it, but I didn't like it.
I did I did Christopher Ray and Davo. They were the second team to come out. I had to do them.
Right.
But
I think it's just going to keep making better and better. If we like we got a pretty high bar now. Us 4 guys right here, you can keep raising it.
Right.
Some of the other guys dressed up and stuff. I think it'll be pretty epic.
I'm super curious next year what other people do. If more people start dressing, or is it just going to be a little crazier for the people that do? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
more and more
it'll definitely be crazier for the people that do, because and I'm not going to say what's going to happen next year, but it'll be a lot better because we'll actually have the crowd and stuff involved. So
they're taking that entertainment factor and actually making it a little more organized, almost, I would say.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Yeah. So
Like
actually,
I said,
like I was say the crowd can vote this time. Next year. So,
Randy said we all did an outstanding job and can't wait for next year. Randy, I hope you're there next year, brother. I mean, a lot of people was asking about you, and we missed you, man. Like, I mean, Brandon wouldn't be here without you right now, giving this platform for doing this. So we appreciate it, and like I said, we missed you.
Yep, sure did. So
the whole competition, because I had a couple people say, like, well, one story is that a guy was kind of talking about the competition, about how intimidating it is, even just the repairs itself, which they are, but there's a lot of really competent techs there too. So there's no reason why almost anybody can't jump in the ring there. And
right.
Right.
But even so, in that conversation, he commented, he's like, yeah, but there was these 2 guys that come out dressed up like women, though. I don't think I could do that.
But Jeff and I are just looking at each other like, oh.
But I don't know who they're talking about.
How dare those people? Bunch of weirdos.
Well, that's like you guys did Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, 2 years ago, and I didn't even know that was you guys. Like, it took a long way down the road. I was like, "Oh shit, light bulb! That was y'all!" Like,
back then I didn't know anybody. I met so many people at that 2021. That's kind of how I started getting introduced to a lot of different people. Was going to that. That was my first one. So yeah, it was neat trying to meet a lot of other people that you kind of see online all the time.
Right.
And then to kind of bring a face to everything, it's kind of nice.
Definitely.
It is. I got to finally meet, since it's my first one, meet a lot of the guys or gals that I haven't, met in person. And then, like I was telling y'all earlier, the every single one that I met would look up and go, "Well, you're a lot taller than you look on screen." I'm like, yeah, I'm not short. So
they told me I was better looking than I looked on screen. So I was like, yeah, you're right.
ain't nobody told you that.
Let me have this. Let me have this.
Give me my one thing.
That's hilarious.
Oh
no,
you're a lot more ginger than you look on there. Yeah,
yeah, that's right. Your beard's fuller. Yeah. But no, it was.
So what'd y'all take away from MTE this year? Like, did y'all get any new tools or?
I didn't get a whole lot. I mean, it was one of those things that, like, when you're there, you're walking around, you're looking at everything, kind of kicking around ideas of what you want. I picked up a couple tools, some glue, some tabs, and oddly, that was really about it. I get back into town, I'm like, man, I needed a hail light. Why didn't I get a hail light? Why didn't I get this? Why didn't I get that?
Yeah.
It's like after the fact, you're going, man, I should have bought all this stuff. What is I doing?
Yeah, Tad asked us in the group text like
after the fact,
Yeah, Tad asked like, what kind of hell light and stand should I get? And I called him. I was like, we just left MTE where all the discounts are, right? Like that's kind of how this works.
I like to explain this calculation
support the tool companies. How about you, Jeff? Did you get any good shit?
I got a slide hammer I've been waiting for, Drew's. That was about it. Working with Dent Wizard, we get a lot of different discounts. So it's not anything against the tool companies, but I get to do a lot of window shopping.
Right.
Kind of do it that way. And then try to order and just through the company and get the discounts that way. But even just the networking, and it's odd, we come to MTE and here it's easy to get caught up in just watching the Den Olympics.
It really is.
Yeah.
there was a couple ladies that, that participated. And some of the dents were nasty, on the Dent Olympics, so you want to sit there and watch. And next thing you know, you got an hour in and you're like, I'm going to grab something to eat and I'm going to go rest my legs. Next thing you know, you're like, well, it's 5 o'clock, show's closed and restart tomorrow. So it's nice that there's almost 3 days worth, especially going to education day, getting down there early, but I can't emphasize enough how cool everybody is, and so welcoming. That these tool companies, you want to sit and talk to them, and they're the ones that you're kind of like, I got to get to the next booth still, but they want to know what we need. They think about what their product and stuff, and it's great to be able to just sit there and pick their minds. And I know Tad had some questions about a fender tool, and he wanted it a little longer, and the guys basically giving him reasons why you're losing the power and the strength of it. If you keep it that diameter and make it longer and stuff, but even that, it's just kind of problem solving a little bit and getting to hear the fit and finish from their end of it. It's such a personal experience, and it's from anybody, from a Mike Toledo to the guys working in Anson and Dentcraft. I mean, they reached out to us like, anything you guys need to compete, you just let us know. And
absolutely, that part's pretty awesome.
Our stuff is your stuff, and it was just
that was awesome.
Tad and I really, we're just normal techs like anybody else, and it's just so cool. Even to be networking with you guys and sitting here right now, this was never an object, no. And it's so cool. But you guys are so cool and relaxed, and this is we're just hanging out.
Well, you guys are great guys, and it shines through, and that's that's what we're all about and stuff. So
it's cool.
So awesome. That's what amazed me too about the tool vendors, and I heard that if you didn't bring tools, they'll let you borrow whatever you need.
Yep.
And I didn't bring tools. Next time I definitely will bring tools. But like I'm trying to rack my head around, like, I know if I'm at my shop and I'm doing this and I'm taking my time on it, here's what I'd want to use on this bedside. And I'm like, but I can't use that because I can't go through the tail light. I can only use, a certain diameter. And I didn't know about being able to kind of wobble out the holes and stuff like that to get a little bit bigger tool. And I saw everybody else doing it. That was one of the good things about going last. I'm like, oh, heck yeah, I can fit a 1/2-inch tool down there.
We were all gentle with ours, man. We left. It was like the perfect rectangle hole still. We barely even chipped the paint on the hole. We didn't get the dent done, but the hole looked great.
That's all that matters.
So like I was like, well, I went to Stainliner. I got that pirate hook tool. I'm like, I've got that at the shop. If I can get direct force on that, I can probably move the bulk of that out pretty quick. And then not realizing once you get in there, I knew there wasn't going to be any heat, but that doesn't really play in my head. And then the panel is only probably like 61, 62 degrees, on that body line. And you're like, oh crap. And I put that bacon light. I got a bacon light to see the deepest part of it first. And Andy's working on that rail, and I'm looking, and there's already wrinkles in the paint on the body line. I'm like, oh, crap. And then that started playing in my head. I'm like, oh, now I can't push as hard, going aggressive. And then it's just the time. It was crazy.
I think that's a lot of the biggest problem of it all is that messes with you is at the time, because you're constantly thinking that number's ticking down, you lose that whole relaxed feeling at that point because you start getting a little nervous about nothing but the time.
Yeah. Exactly.
And me, it had nothing to do with people watching me. I didn't care.
No.
I didn't even see them. It was me. I'm like, I don't want to crack paint. I know how I normally do this. If I had this sucker hot as could be, getting the bulk of it quick, and then I'll go do finesse stuff. And I'm like, oh, and then I'm worried about Andy. I'm like, all right, and what's the time? All right, you need to.
I don't know why he was worried about me. I wasn't worried about me.
He's up there going, pushing a tab down for 5 minutes, and then click. That didn't do nothing. And then, all right, your turn. I'm like, dang it.
Man, it's a lot of pressure eating, especially being dressed up. With us, we're wearing wigs. Last year, wearing mullet wigs and the hair's in your face, not something that you're used to working with.
Right.
You guys have got to be hot in that paint.
Oh yeah, you could obviously tell it was all over his bedside.
He wasn't sweating a drop. Me, like Josh Roberts said earlier, I look like a wet lemon I mean, and I had paint all on the front of the bed, and then I had paint all over Bryce Kelly's dent area. I was rubbing it all on there. And then when we got through, David Haxton and I forgot who else was judging that side. I was like, "You better go get a rag," and they're just dying laughing. They're having to get alcohol and rags and clean it off first. But
even when we saw you in the awards part, man, you were just like from here to here was all yellow. Everything
all
was
yellow.
I feel like we're perfectly intact. Yeah. I'm like, shit, I ain't sweating this shit.
my lanyard for my name tag, I finally had to clean it off here, get all that yellow off of it. So it was fun though. I had many kids coming up afterward, hanging out right by the railing, and they were looking at me. I'm like, I'd give them a high five, and they're like, "Bam, you want to take a picture?" Yeah. Like, awesome. I really feel like I'm on Sesame Street.
We were in so many people's pictures. Hell, at one point during our stuff, we was on Instagram Live, TikTok Live, and Facebook Live all at one time with 3 different people. Like,
that's awesome.
Like, Jesus Christ.
You guys definitely had the crowd.
I got to go back and watch the Jeremy saying there was a video of y'all on Instagram. So
yeah, I want to
go back and watch that one.
Yeah, for sure.
I had washed his hands since he shook the famous Ginger Bro. Bruce, you're the famous one. I told you that. We're just a little low. We just beginning our career. You've done a lot for the industry, and it was a pleasure I got to talk to him for a good minute. And it was you obviously you know how it is. We didn't get to talk to everybody as near as much as we wanted to because it's such a grind. But when we did, it was actually great conversation all around. So I was excited. I loved it.
Yeah, there's so many people you do want to converse with, but then you look back and you're like, crap, I didn't even get to see every booth there was. Mm-hmm. It's I talked to Sal Contreras like for 15 minutes Saturday morning or something like that. And then there were so many people coming up trying to take pictures with him. We finally just had to quit talking and messaged him later. And he messaged me back. He was like, you were one of 2 people that I was able to actually talk to for that long. And that was it. I was like, well, I understand. I mean, I didn't mean to hold you up that long, but I'll just, you don't get to talk to people all the time. And anyway,
what do you think we are, Kevin Bird, David? We don't do as many selfies. Like, if you want selfies, go look at Kevin Bird's Facebook page. That's all I can tell you. You get all of them.
Dude, Kevin Bird tagged like 80 people in that one post with that picture.
Yeah.
And that was probably just a 10th of the amount of selfies that he had.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
There were so many people. He'd be taking a selfie and somebody would walk up and try to grab his phone to like, get in there, we'll take it. He's like, no.
So you don't know.
They're like trying to grab it, and we're like, no, this is his thing. They just walk off. Yeah.
I'm surprised he knows how to tag people on Facebook. I didn't figure he'd know how to do that.
Well, he's got kids.
It's probably Carrie doing it all for him.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to meet her. She's a sweetheart. I love Carrie to death. Instant best friend. And she's my smoking buddy too. We run out and smoke cigarettes together and shit too. It's like, come on, girl, let's go.
We know she's the brains of the operation, right?
Oh yeah. Yep. She don't piss while she's live on on a podcast.
like Kevin.
Man, this is already flying by. We got 40 minutes. We didn't even got to talk about what you guys do like outside of PDR and family life or nothing, but I'm loving it. Like we could just keep this on rolling.
All right, so we started with Jeff last time. Tad, you married? How many kids? What do y'all like to do outside of the PDR world?
I am married. I'm married. We've been married since 2005. So we've been married a while now. I got a 6-year-old daughter, so I just got the one kid.
Wow.
But yeah, it's I don't know, man. Outside of it, I was always a big car guy. That was always kind of my thing. Big into hunting for the longest time until you're sitting on the route for so long, and then you're frozen all day long, so you didn't really want to go home and go hunting anymore.
Yeah.
So I kind of got away from the hunting aspect of it a little bit, but sold all my toys. Now I'm just kind of down to the boat and just kind of hanging with the family now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nadu did ask earlier. I think he had to hop off here, but he asked, "What is that behind your shoulder over there?" That
he said a kudu.
Yeah, that's a kudu. We went. I want to say it was 2011, somewhere around that area. we ended up going on a trip to South Africa. So we went out there, did some hunting, just my wife and I. And it was one of those once in a lifetime hunting trips, that I'm sure we will never get a chance to go again. But it was an absolute blast. We were there for, I want to say 10, 11 days. And it was a good time. We ended up bringing home 5 animals. So it was cool. It was cool.
That had to be experience.
It wasn't cheap, but it was a good experience. That was before we were planning on having any kids or anything, so it was one of those things where like, let's do it. If we're going to do it, let's go,
Yeah.
Dave-O, don't let David White lie to you. He wasn't there, dude.
No.
no.
I did think he was going to walk in the door at any moment, though, to be honest.
I was hoping for it. I had my fingers crossed. Like, where's Dave?
He decided to go skiing in a blizzard, and you couldn't even see down the slope.
Right,
so,
right.
Whatever. He had fun doing that, instead of MTE, but whatever.
David
I was
White also
attended
attended
a
a
Stone
sausage
Cold
boil.
Steve Austin beating somebody with a chair during the event or something.
Right. What's that, Jeff?
David White also attended a sausage boil there.
He truly did. I wish I had the picture to show on my phone right now, just to kind of call him out on it a little bit.
The sausage boil. I forgot about that picture.
I kind of wish I forgot about it, but
right.
I had to bring it back up.
Hey, look, he said easy, Jeff. Oh, this is fun. Everybody's like, "What are y'all talking about?" That group text. It's fun to have that going. So we get some.
So was it like Was it the biggest MTE because David White wasn't there?
I think everybody found out he wasn't coming, and it's like, let's
they all
go.
decided to show up.
Yeah.
Gotta mess with him.
Sausage and baby potatoes. This is going south fast.
All right, Jeff, what about you, man?
You guys need to take the reins here before it gets dangerous.
Be married 12 years this year. 3 kids. Oldest is almost 9. I got both daughters. I went 8 and 6. And then 6 months ago, we had a boy, Trevor.
Wow.
And we used to be big into camping. We had a camper and everything in Pennsylvania, but when we decided to move, we kind of unloaded everything, a 4-wheeler, camper, just anything that was extra. So now with COVID within the last 2 years, the move, now we had a baby. We don't do a whole lot. Kids sports really right now. My oldest she's into anything she can get her hands onto. Baking, sports. She's in Girl Scouts. She literally wants to do everything. And at this point, we're just trying to support as much as possible. My middle child, my second daughter, Audrey, she's in gymnastics. So that's pretty manageable. But yeah, my oldest, it's kind of everything and anything she can get her hands onto. She likes for birthday, she likes to get all these kits to make stuff. And it's like, I don't know, making bath bombs tonight and manicures tomorrow. And, she got these kid baking books for Christmas. And I've showed some of you guys pictures. She does a great job. She made this Oreo ice cream pie. It was awesome.
It looked good.
Oh, it looks so good. It got me. I was like, I need that in my life right now.
Dude, and it was so good.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. She made cheesecake bars that were killer. She had a couple things that were just all right, but she's learning for sure.
She's still young, Jeff. Don't try.
Oh, I know. No.
Back at her. Don't make me something else.
Give me something.
Even Amanda said her food looks.
Gotta work a little harder.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
We're gonna set her up a little side hustle when we get a shop and get the shop up and running stuff. Have her over there like selling some pies and stuff. Like, come on, girl, side hustle.
Every Saturday we'll be over. Saturday morning we'll have baked goods, desserts. That's been her go-to is the desserts.
We'll say real quick, Andrew. Catch you later. We love you too, brother. Thank you for doing such a great job with the Devil Olympics.
Yeah, great.
Those guys
great
are all rock
meeting you and
stars,
your
man.
wife.
They are. I don't know.
And
how
your
they
mom
do
and
it.
your dad. The
They
whole
were
Keith
awesome.
family
They were
was
awesome.
there.
They were like the nicest people ever. Yeah, for sure.
Dealing with a bunch of weird dudes all day.
Josh said his ears perked when he heard Oreo pie.
Andrew's mom would look back who are all these idiots?
Oh yeah. Right. He had to be like, what in the world?
Just imagine having your parents or your grandparents there at the show. They'd be like, This is all about some dents.
Dude, my mom would love it. She would have a blast. Like, I already know.
Well, even now, for
not
sure.
so much.
Yeah. When I tell my mom and my family about it, they're super interested about the industry. Even still, I don't think they understand kind of the magnitude.
No.
I mean, when I started, it's 14 years ago. Even my grandfather asked, he goes, so what? So you went to college, got your degree, and you're going to pop dents? Like, for how long? I mean, I was like, I don't even know. I've never heard of Dent Wizard before. Yeah. And I mean, it's been unbelievable, the journey. You know, Tad talked about Dent Wizard. You know, everybody, I mean, no job is perfect. But they've been great and supportive, and they've been able for me to do things and to go places and meet people that, man, to be honest, I never thought would be possible.
Right.
You know, I can remember being a new tech and watching the dent time stuff and being, it's Mike Toledo.
Yeah.
It's just wild. And even Andrew and what some of these guys have accomplished.
Yep.
And, I just kind of feel I'm super humbled by it. It's great to be surrounded by these people, and everybody's been awesome. Just the nicest people. They just, expect the same, really. But
yeah, I couldn't say it any better, dude. You nailed it. Like, that's awesome.
Well, go ahead, Tad.
I was gonna say, when you're going to MTE, it's kind of like you got to be a sponge. Just take it all in and learn everything you can and try to meet all these people, because everybody has a different insight to everything. It's they're different experiences, different backgrounds. It's amazing how we can all kind of come together within that one little niche industry that we're in.
And I think the industry as a whole seems to be getting more tight knit than it used to be. You used to hear the horror stories of the old times and a lot of drama. I didn't see any drama this weekend the whole time and stuff. So that's a great sign that the industry just keeps on the uptick. So it's awesome.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Talking with Kevin earlier, that's kind of what we were talking about too, that there's like really no drama whatsoever. Especially not during the show and stuff, but, and you don't know if it's just because we hadn't been able to get together for 2 years or what, and everybody just wanted to come and just really just have a blast and have a lot of fun. And it needs to be that way every year. Leave all the drama stuff at the house, and if you're going to come to cause drama, stay home. Nobody wants that crap.
No,
come and just have a great time, and it was fun.
And it is. It's an absolute blast.
But like Andy was, he'd tell me a while back, his first MTE, he was so starstruck and all this. You got to go to an MTE first, but then this show is like, I wouldn't say just got us to where we were talking to, like Mike Toledo, and then they were donating to our toy drives, and Mary was reaching out and stuff, and of course Don Cavanaugh's been reaching out, and I've been talking to him for over a year and stuff. So. And Kevin, and there's so many people I've just talked to a lot that as soon as I saw them, I wasn't starstruck. It was just
not at all.
It felt like I already knew them, and it was like the next time I'm seeing them, it was pretty cool.
Well, that's like I told you guys when Brandon in our 20 group meeting, like Mike Toledo's doing a talk or whatever, and he in the middle of the talk, he's like, Ginger Bros, you guys, the show's awesome and this and that, and I'm like. It's really humbling. Like I mean, that just kind of put me up here as like, wow, that's awesome. So we love the feedback and everything we've been getting. It's great.
And that's the way I think the biggest thing about MTE too is it kind of meeting all these people, and everybody can be uplifting. I mean, I think everybody, when they come back from it, everybody's pumped up and ready to go take on the world. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Definitely.
I've heard somebody else said. Davo said Josh Roberts said hi, and he didn't realize it was him because his profile picture looks all mean and kind of hardcore. And I think somebody else had said that before too. He's like, Josh doesn't look like his profile picture. Like he's a big, big happy guy and stuff. You see him in person with his profile picture, he's like got that hard snarl to him.
I know. I saw him and Dan. I think we'd like. Give me a hug, big boy.
Yeah. I dubbed them Bebop and Rocksteady this weekend. So they should do the tag team as Bebop and Rocksteady. That'd be awesome.
Hey, maybe they
Turtles, all four of us.
Yeah, maybe they could join us. They'd be Bebop and Rocksteady. We'd be the Ninja Turtles.
Already, the wheels are turning.
Attacking the dents.
You ever blend it with a nunchuck?
I love it. There you go. You're on to something.
Little bow staff action.
I still got all those from when I was little in karate. So,
I wish I had
Real
my
props.
Ninja Turtles.
I do too.
not Ninja Turtle, my actual bow staff and my
Oh,
sai
yeah.
and all that. I was a black belt, baby. Woo!
No. I was a
I
Boy
wanna say-
Scout. A
Look,
little one.
Sorry. I'm
John
sorry.
agrees. I want to say this is
heck
Facebook
yeah.
user, but I think that's Jonathan. He's talking about him and his dad having a wonderful time. I still got to meet that guy in person. Lito and Jonathan, they were there and around. It was cool to see Lito and see kind of, that's big. He's like, oh, that's Lito over there. That's awesome. And Jonathan was all smiles. Like, I got to see him one time, but I was in passing going to get a slide hammer for Jack, and I really wanted to talk to him, but it's MTE's a beast. I think it's hard to find everybody and talk.
Yeah.
It is.
Hey, well, if you are a Facebook user, just type your name so we know who you are. If this is Jonathan, yeah, we've talked, we've messaged each other several times since the show. So
I agree.
great,
Bruce said it was like a
great
family
guy.
reunion.
So did y'all see Bruce's all the bass he caught Saturday morning? He said, I went out there about 8:00. You could rent a fishing pole and all that for like $10 or whatever, and he fished till like 11 o'clock.
There's a little lake out there at the golf course.
had
Yeah.
a pond. He caught one, like I think the biggest was like a 4-pounder, and all the others like 2-pound bass. I mean, he caught 4 or 5 of them right there between 8
Yeah,
and
I think
11.
one of the golf-
That's cool.
One of the golfers came by and like Alfred to take a picture with him and his fish and stuff. So it's really crazy. I love it.
Dude, how great would it be, Golden Girls or Bert and Ernie go out fishing afterwards?
Oh gosh. Or how about Golden Girls and Bert and Ernie?
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Could you imagine the golfers coming by like
They would leave the entire facility.
But what are
Yeah,
we
Josh,
at?
Yeah, Bruce said he was showing me pictures of it Saturday, and I'm like, "Where'd you go?" He's like, "Right out here." It's like they give you, because it's private property, so it's like $10, and they give you a pole and your tackle and all that, and you can go out there and fish as long as you want.
I mean, I guess they got to give you like a temporary license too, right?
It's private.
I don't think for
Another.
a pitch,
Oh.
private property. Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go out of state to a campground and you want to fish on there, you got to buy just a little, like their own little license, like $5-10.
I
So
got
they make some money on that crap.
Yep.
See a bunch of guys come out running out. I'm gonna go fishing. Bring out their ice pick tools, chucking them under the water. Do some spear fishing after them,
Loincloth.
Right. $6,000 worth of PDR tools stuff in this little lake at the bottom, those ponds.
I love that.
yeah.
Just
There's
the thought of
probably
it.
$6,000 worth of golf clubs in that pond too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said private property, no license needed. So there you go.
I got you. Yep.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was
I
cold.
did
What
not
about
know
the
that.
weather in Florida? We go to Florida to get away from the cold weather, and it was like,
Right.
Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah, you
39
had
degrees
winter
on Saturday. Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, I
Florida's
think
only
Kevin
winter
Bird's like,
was
welcome to our
very
1
much
week of winter. Yeah, exactly.
And now
I was kind of complaining about it, but then we come home, and the plane's starting to get closer into Cleveland, and everything turned white real quick. And it's like, all right, I guess that, palm trees in 39 still wasn't all that bad.
Right.
Yep. I was talking
Josh
to him earlier. He's like, I was like, it's like 74, 75 here and just flooding all day. He's like, really? Let me tell you what it is here. 80 and sunny, baby. I'm like,
Oh,
Then you hear,
thanks.
as he flies off, he hammers the old Toyota truck. And
So he called me. Him and Carrie were like 15 miles from the house Sunday when he called, and I was on the interstate, and he got through. He's like, hold on. She's like, slow down. He's like, I just had to do it because you're on the phone. I mess with you about it.
Wild man.
Yeah, he is. Love him to death, though.
Tundra with Borla exhaust on it.
gotta love it.
Goodness. Heck yeah. We're almost to an hour. We got about
That
6
flew by,
minutes. left.
too. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I was glad me and Jeff got to fly back together. Like, that made it even better because I was like, what time's your flight? He told me, I was like, mine too. He's like, and then we happened to be bored and close enough together. We got to sit beside each other. And we sat
So
beside
cute. You
some
guys got the
people.
whole
Yeah,
hands
Andy-
the whole way home.
did.
That was cute.
Then we had to hold our nose. This dude beside of us reeked, man. We were like, oh my God, do you smell that? And then all of a sudden he's like, "Can I get up, go to the bathroom?" He's like, "Yeah, dog, go." Like it was bad.
We had masks on, and it's like Andy's like, "You smell it?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like the stewardess was kind of next to me, or the flight attendant, she was next to me too, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." And it happened again, and we're like, "That's definitely not right." And then he's like, "Hey, you guys mind? I need to use the." We're like, "Oh yeah, you definitely need to go, dude."
This guy was hurt.
He was over here like this. He was over here like,
He had his sunglasses on and hat, and like they came by asking for drinks. I kind of tapped him. He's like,
The mask helped you for a little bit. It kept the smell out, but then it just once
it
stayed in there.
Yeah,
fought you.
I was thinking we had like plane malfunction. It smelled like sulfur or something. I was like, man, something like
sulfur. All right.
What's that?
Oh god.
Yeah,
Andy sent me a text. He's like, "Hey, we don't have anybody for the show this week." I was like, "I don't care. Who you want on there?" He's like, "I'm sitting next to Jeff." It's like, see if him and Tad want to come on. We'll have the winners of the entertainment. He's like, "Let me ask him. Hold on." So,
well, we had to show the PDR industry we wasn't sour for losing too. So
I love it.
You jerk.
I love it.
I didn't even know what the
goes underneath my pillow.
I didn't even know what the trophies looked like, and I went back. Andrew or Sheldon, somebody posted on the MTE thing, like all the trophies lined up, and I saw like, oh man, it's a guy dancing and jumping through the air.
It's kind of fitting though, isn't it?
It's like was that Blades of Glory or whatever it is?
No one knows what it means.
Oh man,
nah, super humble, man. I mean, even with you guys, you come right from the show. It's a friendly competition, but I mean, it was so cool. Just the whole experience. You guys talked about preparing for next year. We kind of threw a couple things out there, but we'll wait it out.
Right.
Even Golden Girls was on the last minute. It was like, we better order them now.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. Andy had sent me a picture of these two guys like Halloween sometime, and it was just like from here up. He's like, listen to me. just listen to me.
I have an
Here's
idea.
what we need to do. And I'm like, I don't know. And then the more we thought about it, and then we decided on it, and then I'm like, okay, we need an intro song. And then Kevin's like, hey, y'all got any kind of intro music? Because I'm going to need it in advance.
As soon as I seen it, I was like, let's
the
get
inspiration.
So I hit one of my nephews up, and he went to college for music and all that. Now he's a fire captain and paramedic, but he's got a lot of buddies they've got one friend's got a studio. I was like, all right, I need an intro for us with the Sesame Street, but I want it like hyped up. It's got to be like less than a minute. He's like, oh yeah,
I got it.
He's like, I'm going over to my buddies tonight. He sent that crap to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it. He did the whole
bangs in your car too. If you listen to it in your car, it bangs. John Yeager's like, man, I had the
It's
forerunner
got a lot of
banging
bass
on that.
in it. Yeah,
it does.
John Yeager was leaving the hotel, and he was like, hey, text me that song. He called me Monday. He's like, I bumped that like 5 times on the way home.
I've been bumping it in Sienna minivan rolling through there.
Oh goodness!
I think next year I might decide to maybe we can try to do the Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan thing. I'm just going to start taking knees out.
Yeah.
I'm going to win one way or another. You're going to have to do it with one leg. Just telling you.
Yeah. I was talking to Kevin earlier. I was like, oh, yeah, me and Andy already have it ready for next year. He's like, really? I said, yeah, Big Bird may even show up. He's like, who? I said, maybe all Sesame Street may show up. I don't know. It's going to be a lot bigger than it was.
You need
I feel a competition going now. We gotta start
right. Oh, this is going to get really interesting. I have a feeling. We're going to start like just a tag team Dead Olympics text group now. We'll just start adding people to it, just talk smack.
Got to get people wanting to dress up. Got to get more people that are willing to dress up to make it more fun.
Yeah,
I don't want to know, obviously know this, but I want to get more people. I think it just makes it more fun for everybody.
Definitely.
It definitely does.
I think
that Olympic one is
takes the pressure off.
Serious one.
Yeah. Yeah, let them have.
Well,
let them be serious on them Ultimates.
Yes.
We'll be over having a party on the Rams.
Yes, exactly.
And I think what Kevin's got.
Wait.
Yeah, what Kevin's what he's planning for next year will really make it stand out and be awesome. So for those who don't, for those who do want to participate in the entertainment part of it, so
yeah,
it's gonna be awesome. So
we even had peanut butter jelly, John and Joel. Like we didn't.
Yes.
I didn't think they was gonna do anything. Joel broke it down like he went off.
Joel
like,
broke it down big time.
Sure did.
John was like,
"Hey, I'm just a jelly."
But when they did belly bump, when they belly bump with the sandwich, I was like, yes.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then at the back of the trucks, Joel just kept breaking it down and breaking it down.
He was
just getting down, and I stopped videoing before that. I was like, man,
he even grabbed my butt a couple times. he was digging Bland.
Not Joel.
Choosy moms, choose Blanche.
Yep.
I do want to say,
John, you were too, buddy.
Yeah. To Shane and Keith, Shane Jacks, Keith Constantino, congratulations on the Golden Mike Award. I personally voted for them. I'm glad they won. They were the frontiers of the, PDR podcast and stuff. So much deserved, and that's awesome. Now I'm ready. Next year it's on for that one too. I'll be like, now vote for me, damn it! Like, let's get it. Now we need this thing now.
Yeah, it's well deserved, but I still voted for us.
Oh, I know you did.
I may have been our one vote, but I voted for us.
Well, even John Yeager was talking. He's like, I'm gonna vote for you guys, and I told him how I kind of felt about it. He's like, yeah, that makes sense. So he voted for him too.
Yeah.
So I just loved it. I'm still on cloud nine, dude. Like. I won't say I could do it again this weekend because I'm exhausted, but yeah, I'm ready for next year. I look forward to it, and hopefully Amanda didn't get to come this year, and that bummed me out. So hopefully next year she's there, getting it all in too, because I think she'll have a blast too. So
yeah. Have they said anything about next year's at all? About the reservations or anything?
That'll probably be mid-year or something, maybe a little bit sooner.
Yeah, I didn't know. I know that a lot of that stuff gets picked up pretty quick as far as even just reserving the venue.
Right. I love that venue. I would be cool with it staying there forever. Like,
it's an amazing place there.
Yeah, your rooms aren't 5 miles away. I mean, they're walk down a hallway or whatever, but it's not bad. The food's good. Them burgers at that burger joint inside, that was good. It's like, I was happy with that. So I love that place.
Yeah, there's a ton of variety. The place is so big. I mean, you can get lost and not even realize that there's a show going on.
Right.
Yep.
Now there's fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
There were a bunch of turkey on that golf course too. So.
Oh, here we go. We're getting some information. Kevin Bird said Rosen again next year, so same location. Perfect. That is good.
I'm gonna do some spear fishing next year with that pond, man. I'm telling you what, that sounds like a good time.
Hey, let me get a circus rod.
Right? Do that.
Well, man, it's been fun, guys. I hate to cut it short, but we're just over an hour. We don't like to go too much longer. So
absolutely, this has been great, guys.
Oh yeah,
thanks for having us on,
and thank y'all so much for coming on and hanging with us.
Thank you, guys.
Well, yeah, we appreciate y'all.
Next week it'll be a good one too. So there's some guys you personally know. I'm sure you've seen the threads and everything. So it'll be another great one. Some people.
Hopefully you'll tune in. So
absolutely. You guys do a great job, man. Kudos to you guys, man. Congratulations and good luck on everything, for real, man.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for supporting us. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to back y'all out of I'm going to hit the outro, back you out. We'll see you right after the show. Y'all just hang tight, all right?
Take care,
all right,
guys.
So, hey, everybody that's watching, appreciate y'all. We had, well over 20 people watching most of the time. So, thank y'all. We'll see y'all next week, and we love you. See you.
Bye, everybody.